Happy Monday, guys. Hope you're all doing well out there. We're going to break down SoFi in this video, do an update, break down the charts. You guys know the drill. And later in the video, we'll break down the indexes, maybe some other stocks. So if y'all find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And guys, you might as well follow me on X. I think we're like 30, 40 subscribers or followers, excuse me, guys, followers, away from 1,000 followers on X. So make sure to go follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So it's currently about 12:30, so we're pretty much smack dab in the middle of the day right now, and SoFi stock is up almost 3%. All right, 2.7% in the green, up 22 cents on the day. Now it's at $8.45-ish cents. And you guys can see we're starting to test right now in real time the highs from, it looks like, Friday and on from Thursday as well. Yeah, on the 4th and the 5th, we hit about 850, 855, and we got rejected, and we're testing that point right now yet again, right? So we're pretty much at that 850, 855 level, which, mind you, we're not really breaking out of it quite yet, but this is going to be the spot that I'm watching in the very short term here, on SoFi stock. If we do start breaking past that 850, 855 level, and honestly, preferably above 860, let me set my alert there right now. Mark is at or above 860. We start getting out of there, guys. This could start taking off probably back to the low mid nines, in my opinion. And on the 4-hour chart, which we'll look at here in a second, that will pretty much constitute the continuation of the uptrend, at least in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, I just put my alert at $8.60. And mind you, a little side tangent here, all the indexes are doing very well right now. We have the Russell up 0.9%. Let me pull it up and show you guys. So we're seeing a nice bounce in the small caps. Now we're actually back over the moving averages here on the 5-day, 5-minute chart for the first time in a couple of days, it looks like, here on the Russell, which is good. So we're starting to break back up over those moving averages, and it looks like on the 4-hour chart, we are right at the 50 moving average on the Russell, which is right around 1950, 60-ish right here, you guys can see. So keep your eyes on the Russell and the NASDAQ, which, let me pull up triple Q. Right now, it's up around 1.34%. And look at that sharp bounce right now off that 180 SMA. Now we're about to test the 50 SMA here on the 4-hour chart, which is right around 404, 405. You guys can see. So triple Q starting to pop. SPY is also looking pretty good, up 0.6%, bouncing off that 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. And now we're right by the 50 SMA, which is at about 470, 471. That's a big spot here on SPY. And the Dow's actually down, believe it or not. The Dow is down about 0.25% right now, but still it's pretty much right near the all-time highs, guys, which we hit around a couple of days ago. We hit 37,790. Now we're at 37,390, so we're about 400 freaking points off the highs. We're pretty much right there, guys, only down 1% from the highs, and clearly above, well above the 180 SMA, and we're above the 50 SMA here on the 4-hour chart. Now, going back to SoFi, let me pull up the 20-day chart here on SoFi. It does look like we're getting buyers, like I said, in the mid-8s right now, and that's, critical considering that was support in the beginning of last month. We've covered this time and time again before here on the channel, guys. We hit $7.80, $8, early December. Then we broke out all the way to $10.50. But again, keep in mind, we held that $7.80, $8 level. And the fact that we're holding that again, as of now, buyers are coming in. That's a good sign in the short term here, and we're actually starting to break past the 50 moving average on the 1-hour chart, which is great. And it all goes back to that 860 level, which really is a big resistance from the 4th of this month, just a couple of days ago. So if that breaks, we could start making headway towards the 180 SMA on the 1-hour chart here, which could put SoFi in the mid-9s. That breaks, we could be going even higher. So watch out for SoFi, guys. SOFI is the ticker here on the 1 hour. It's up around 3% now, over 3% on the day. Looks like we are starting to see, and mind you, look on the intraday, right? We had a huge run between, let's say, 9 a.m.-ish on the East Coast to about 11 a.m., so a good 2-hour run. Now we've been consolidating for the past hour and a half between, let's say, 8:42 to about 8:48, 8:49. Now it looks like we're starting to bounce and break back towards that 849, 850 level, which if that breaks here in the very short term on the intraday, we could be shooting, again, 860, maybe even higher than that. So SoFi looks pretty good right now, but it's not breaking out quite yet. It's not quite there yet. But we're going to see what it does in the short term. And, of course, on the 4-hour chart, you guys probably know already we're above the 180 SMA now. And the fact that we are seeing, a 3% bounce as of now, we still have a couple hours left, but now it's up 3%. The fact that we're getting buyers to come in above that 180 SMA, that's a good sign here in the short term. And, again, we'll see if it starts, bouncing past the mid-8s, maybe past $9. Time will tell. So that's kind of what I'm watching here in the very short term on SoFi stock. Again, in the midst of an overall green day, we have all the indexes, well, except for the Dow, but all the other indexes are up pretty big. I mean, look, the Nasdaq's up now 1.4%, 230 points in the green. Russell's up 0.9, about 18 points in the green. The S&P's up 30 points, up about 0.6%. Pretty good start to the week this week after, mind you, last week we sold off pretty much every day. I mean, geez, we started off the year on, a very rough note, and that's after obviously ending off last year strong. You all know that at this point. So it looks like now we're starting to bounce on the S&P. You guys can see that on the 5-day. We're taking out the highs actually from Friday, and now we're actually also above the highs from Thursday. So we're starting to make some, headway back to the upside here on SPY. Triple Q looks like it's doing that as well. We took out the highs from Friday, Thursday, Wednesday as well, looks like, at least the intraday highs from last Wednesday. So keep your eyes on those points on SPY, Triple Q, and of course, we'll make a bunch of other videos later on today, so make sure to subscribe, guys. But quickly looking at some of these stocks here that are going in the green today, and again, we'll talk more about these later, but today we have AMD going up about 5. And who called that out, guys? Not to toot my own horn, but we called that out a couple of days ago. AMD is completely breaking out now, up over $7, up over 5%. Now we're breaking past the 50 SMA, the highs from, it looks like, the middle of last month, end of last month. And now it looks like we're almost back to 150 on AMD, so that's breaking out. We have JWN also up, which I believe we also called this one out at about $16-ish, $17. Now it's up 5%, up around $1 on the day. It's at $18.50, bouncing off the 180 SMA, very obviously here on the 4-hour chart, and it looks like it's starting to get back towards the highs from the end of last year, 19-ish. Dollar. So JWN making a nice move there. Let's see. CrowdStrike, man, just when you thought it needs to pull back even more. It looks like it's just continuing the uptrend, right? We hit 262 last year and, pulled back to about, 240 a couple of days ago. Big deal. And now it's back almost at 260 again. It's up 5%, $12 on the day in the green, which is impressive. So this might be going to another high on the 4-hour chart here. At least it looks like it wants to as of now. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And again, we'll break down a bunch of other topics, other, stocks, charts later on today. So make sure to subscribe and hit the like button on this video. And you might as well get your free stocks for Moomoo. Fund your account with at least $100 using that link down below. You get 5 stocks. And if you fund your account with at least $1,000 on top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And by the way, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So get on it, guys. Use that Moomoo link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video, which we'll make a bunch more today. So I'll see you then.